Good afternoon and welcome to our first stream of two this afternoon from windy DCU. And it is the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final, or semi-final rather, between Ulster University and TU Dublin. MIC Thurles are already through. They beat Setu Waterford earlier in a dramatic finish. Kieran Flynn is the referee, just giving me a wave there. He is from Meath. He's in charge of this game. I'm going to give you the teams quickly. Ulster University in white over to my left. Goalkeepers Pierce Smith from Portaferry. He'd be the down goalkeeper. Then Rory McCormick, 2 from Lochgill Shamrocks, 3 Fionn Devlin, and 4 Ryan Devlin. They're cousins, both from the Owen Rua Club in Tyrone. 5 is Aidan McGarry from Dunloy. 6 is the captain, Jared Walsh from Rossa. 7, Ben McGarry. Dara, and he's from Lochgill as well. Dara Kelly is number 8 from Ballycastle. 9 is Kieran McGill. 10 is Joseph McLaughlin from Cushendall. 11, Owen Pucci. And 12, Shay Pucci. And they are brothers from the Ballygalga Club in County Down. 13, Niall McGarrell from Shane O'Neill's. 14 is Oran O'Connor, and he is from Oisin's Glenariff. They were the intermediate champions last year in Antrim. And at 15, you have Oisin McManus, who is from St John's in Belfast, who were the Antrim senior champions last year. Now, those numbers I've given you, those are 1 to 15, more or less, but the goalkeeper, I think, 16, but the rest of them, 2 to 15. Now, they're not the numbers in the programme. So, match programme in front of you, you'll be very, very confused. So, just go with 2 to 15 with the numbers and the names that I've given you. TU Dublin, then. Derry Mahan is in goals from the club in Wexford called HWH of Buncloddy. I can't remember what HWH means. Maybe somebody wants to tell me there and mention in the live chat. You can do that. 2 is Sean O'Brien from Foss in Dublin. 3, Liam, I think it's Shockman. It's Schokman, Shockman, from St Anne's in Wexford. There was a lot of Wexford boys here, and Dubs, that's kind of the mix. 4, Owen O'Riordan from Niamh Olaf's, again Dublin. 5 is Cian Brown from Niamh, Wexford, back to Wexford. 6, Conor Murphy, Wexford as well. 7, Owen Keys from Kilmacud Crooks. Midfield, you have number 8, Cathal McCabe from Maynooth, and number 9, Liam Garrigan from Lucan Sarsfields. Into the forwards, number 10, Conor Heary from Kilkenny, from O'Loughlin Gales. And number 11 is Richie Lawler from Faith Harriers in Wexford. 12, Senan Crosby from St Finian's and Swords. Full forward line. 13, Joe Kavanagh from Nafena in Dublin. You can nearly see it from here over the trees at the far corner there. 14, Adam Hall from Toomevara and Tip. And 15 is Conor Doyle from Windgap in Kilkenny. And talking of wind, there is a bitterly cold wind coming from the left-hand side here. So from my left and your left, as you're watching it, very, very chilly indeed. And it's colleges, so we have no protection from the breeze. We are out in it here, and you might hear the breeze at times, and at least you won't be feeling it the way that we are feeling it, and the players are feeling it. It looks to me like Ulster University are playing with the breeze in the first half, the way they are going into their positions. They are in the white, and TUD have a sort of teal, is that, or along the top of the jerseys, and the rest looks like navy. So TU Dublin, not too far from here. Grange Gorman, and formerly DIT, Dublin Institute of Technology, but these days it's TUD. So at midfield, you see number 14, Oran O'Connor has gone there from full forward for Ulster University. Fine player with Oisin's Glenariff, who had that terrific intermediate championship win last year, which we live streamed for Antrim GAA. That's a good start, isn't it? He took the ball immediately there, Liam Garrigan, and sped off from the other midfielders with intent. But Ulster University drive it long into the forwards, and why not using that breeze? And it looked like Niall McGarrell was favourite there to get it, but it was good defended by Owen O'Riordan. And there he is again, the number 4. And this is going to spill out, but who's going to be quickest to it? Oisin McManus is in there in the yellow helmet, trying to get possession. They do get it now, Ulster University, looking for the first score, but I don't know if Joe McLaughlin connected as he meant to there, and that's just going to trickle to the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper, Derry Mahan, gives it everything he can, and it just about gets into the other half over by the clubhouse there, but not that far really into that breeze. And Ulster will want to use this breeze in the first half and build up a first half lead, but you can see already that TUD have some very fine hurlers, and They are speedy when they get the ball, and a few times they've looked dangerous, but they've sort of run into the breeze and the defenders as well. And Oisin McManus trying to get the first score of the game, and he can get them from there, and that's a beautiful score from Oisin McManus from St John's in Belfast, originally from a club in County Down. And it escapes me at the moment. I should know their name, but it'll come to me in a minute. But we'll go on with the play because Ryan Devlin has it now. Tyrone man at the back. And there's Oran O'Connor playing very deep, as he does for his club, and he hit some amazing long-range scores for his club, him and his brother. Kieran Flynn, the referee, coming over to the sideline, and he obviously didn't like something that was said there. In the first couple of minutes of the game, he is going to lay down the law. And he's telling what looks like a backroom member that you're getting a yellow card, or maybe it was a manager, I'm not quite sure. That's the number 4 again, Ryan Devlin for Ulster University, getting stuck in there. And it's a free out, which is now going to be moved up a little bit as well. Oh, I thought I imagined some rain coming in from the left a second or two ago. I didn't imagine it. That's all we need now. Oh dear. Still only just a 1 score in the game, and Ulster having to defend here with their captain Jared Walsh, fine player from the Rossa club in Belfast, and for Antrim as well. This is Joe McLaughlin, better known as Joseph. The rain is, as I say, well, it feels almost like hailstones, that kind of thing, and it's coming from the left into the faces of TUD, but still they play into that and they keep going, and they get it here to Senan Crosby, and he's got lots of room here and is going to score. Gets her first score of the game, making very light of the conditions. Pierce Smith. Oh, he gives it everything, and he's nearly dropped it into the other goalkeeper. In fact, you know what? It's bounced all the way through to the other goalkeeper, Derry Mahan. Goalkeeper to goalkeeper. That shows you what the conditions are like here. And, of course, the Astro pitch as well. The bounce will take the ball through. Now, that is just played way up into space. And there's loads of space up here for the TUD forwards. And then the support comes from Cathal McCabe from Maynooth. They've moved this really well. There might even be a goal here if they can get in. And it's a number 19. He's satisfied with his point in the end because he couldn't get through, and he's happy enough to take that. That's Liam Mostyn. So that's a change from the 1 to 15 we were given. Liam Mostyn, number 19 from Foz in Dublin, the same club as Sean O'Brien, the number 2. That's his score, and they now go into a 2-1 lead. This is Ben McGarry from the Shamrocks in Lochgiel. He's trying to score from there, but I think it might just go to the right. No, it's gone inside the post, I think. Yeah, he's going for the flag. Good score from Ben McGarry. Makes it 2-2. Well, that was a pinpoint pass from the goalkeeper. Liam Garrigan dropped the first time, but had time to rescue the situation, and that's a lovely ball played down the line. Had to be precise, and it was, to Owen Keys. Now, they're bringing this man into the play all the time. They're putting it down that left side and leaving lots of room there for him. Let's see what he can do, and it's a sub I was telling you about Mostyn. There's 2 after him, and they're trying to stop him. They have, but I think they may have done so illegally, and that looks like a free to TUD, and it is. So he's the out ball, if you like, playing it down into the corner there. He's been picked up by Rory McCormick, who's a tight marker from Lochgiel. So we'll see how that one develops. But 2 of them tried to stop him there, and they couldn't. So 2 points each early in the game. Glad to say those hailstones were fleeting, temporary. It's McCabe from Maynooth then. Connects well, but it's just gone to the left and wide. Again, the goalkeeper uses the breeze and gets plenty of length on it, but TUD deal with that quite nicely, and they're playing some nice precise hurling despite the conditions in there. Now they go for the long ball, and again they put it deep into Ulster University territory, and there's lots of room there for the forwards. This is Adam Hall from Tipperary, and well, he just gets hooked there at the last minute, I think, or something anyway, a challenge in there, and he lost possession just as he was about, we thought, to pull the trigger. But there's definitely danger up there for the Ulster University defence. There's an interesting ball batted straight down the line, straight as a die, and well picked up as well. And then it goes in towards the goal and goes wide. Well, that's, you see, when you get the wind, it's not just a matter of just belting it forward. You need to be able to use it and use it wisely. And there's quite a few balls so far that played in there. There's one with trickle to the goalkeeper, remember, and there's a few wides as well. And there's the ball predictably again played into Mostyn once again and blocked down very well by Rory McCormack. But that, it's like maybe TUD have dropped the left half forward back, and they've just left that gap there every time, and they're playing it in front of Mostyn, and he got it that time, but McCormack was up to it, but the referee has brought it back here. Was it a foul, or he's brought it back? That's the 45-metre line, isn't it? Where is this going? It's TUD's ball. Ulster University man is going for it. Yeah, he's put it on the wrong line. That's what it is. Yeah, thought it was football. And he just got mixed up in the lines, which are a bit confusing here on the Astro pitch, maybe. So it is a 65, and it's going to be taken by Cathal McCabe. So 400 devices or 350 devices on the live stream. Feel free to leave a message on that, and I'll pick it up. Let me know if there's anything I need to know or anything you want to tell me. It's given that everything, but it's gone to the left. Yeah, it's gone wide. I'll just put a wee message on here myself. This is Ben McGarry again. McManus, well, it was flying at him, spinning off the Astro there at serious pace, and he wasn't quite able just to take it. But that's well won back for Ulster. And that looked like a foul, but he continues, Pucci. And it's going to be cleared by Conor Murphy. One of the good number of Wexford men out there. This is Jared Walsh. Now, he could score from there, and I think that's what he's trying to do. And has he got it? Yep, he reaches for the flag. It's a good score, and that's two of the scores at least have come from the half-back line for Ulster University. I'll put a message up there in the live chat, see if anybody else comments. Chance here for TUD. He's through and he's going for, no, he's not going for goal. It looked like he was going to go, but it was Senan Crosby from St Finian's and Swords out the road with a good score. And again, when they get forward, there's lots of room and they've got good pace. They're really threatening looking TUD forwards. I suppose it's maybe with the conditions that TUD have just dropped men back and left room up there. That's the case, and lots of men are in and around here. And there's another one that's dropped through to the goalkeeper. That's not the first, I think that's about the third that has dropped through to the goalkeeper. So Ulster University not really finding a way through apart from just bombing balls in there, and that's not really working. As I say, 3 points each, and at least two of them have been from serious distance out the field from the half-back line. O'Connor, there again, number 14. You'll see him around the middle of the field all day long. Now Joseph McLaughlin goes for his score. And Joseph, I think that's a score, but he's not using his flag. Now the referee's going in here. Maybe he's going in to tell him to use his flag. Was it a score? He's going to have a word with his umpire. They didn't signal a wide anyway. And I'm looking at the scoreboard on the ground here, and it's still at 3-3, so they're not going for it either. So now he's that's the goalkeeper with his arms out. I thought he was indicating a wide. I don't know if that was the score or not. It obviously doesn't seem so. Didn't get a signal either way, and the scoreboard remains the same. So we'll take it that that wasn't a score. And there again, the high ball in, but wasted. They're just not linking with the forwards at all. Now this is different at the other end. Look at the speed again, and there's so much room again, and it's Crosby. Will it be a goal this time? Gets a point out of it, but you know, one of these times that's going to end up in the back of the net. It just seems so easy for them when they get it over, and Ulster just seem wide open at the back there. Or maybe it's just that TUD have laid a bit of a trap and have drawn them out the field a bit, and they have pace to burn. They lead by 4 points to 3 despite playing against the breeze. Distance again from the goalkeeper. Now a chance, and they just go for the score from there. Has he got it? Looks good from here, but let's wait for the flag, and there is the flag, and yeah, that's a good score. 4 points each. From the puck out, that is it going to stay in? Yeah, it stayed in, and he's kept it in. Liam Garrigan, and he's been chased by O'Connor, but he's doing well and still going. And the challenge comes in, and Ulster do manage to turn it over. Support comes in from Kieran McGill, and now they change the direction, and that's batted down, but only as far as the TUD's centre half back Murphy, who does well to fend off Pucci. The man from Wexford does well. And look, 1-on-1 again, and Broom again, and turns well. But TUD not making enough really of the pace and the room they have up there either. They've had 2 or 3 ones where I thought they might be going for a goal. They haven't come near it yet. Now here's an interesting one played in if they can turn on this one. But again, it's well defended. And it's the fullback this time, Liam Shalkman from St Anne's and Wexford. He says where he's going. He held it up there. It's almost like a mark in reverse. Owen Keys plays it in for Adam Hall, who's had lots of possession. This man's had lots of possession as well. Crosby. Now Richie Lawler hangs it up there. No, he doesn't. It's maybe deflected. Now he might get on the end of this here. He's getting in front of O'Connor. That's Lawler. Now he's cut no stick, so he's having to go soccer style and doesn't connect at all. By the way, I've noticed number 20 is in there for TUD Dublin from the start of the game. That is Brian Dunn. I did ask them about an hour ago if they were going, or what the team was, and they said they were going with what was in the programme, but that's 2 I've spotted now. That's Brian Dunn from Raheny. So he started the game. TUD coming again. They always seem to have a man over as well. And look who it is. It's Joe Kavanagh trying to get up to support the forwards. Now that was a no-look ball, and it's gone straight to Owen Keys. And Owen just gives it straight back up there again. Fionn Devlin is a full back there, wrestling with Adam Hall, and it's a wide. So early stages, about a quarter of the game gone, but so far TUD would be the happier team, I would imagine. No real threat to their goal, and against the breeze they are level. And again, they get possession. And here, no, they don't. It's spilled. And the man taking advantage is Joseph McLaughlin. And he can usually take his own score, but he's passed it. And now it's Shea Pucci. And Shea, it's not just linking up at all. And McManus coming in there, but he didn't quite get it. And that sort of sums up the way the game has been going in the forwards for Ulster University. They have a lot of great players out there. I know them all from Ulster, and they're very good, and they've been playing well this year, and they're obviously very well prepared and organised, and they have a huge bench here as well. But so far in the game, they're just not really gelling. Just trying to pick off scores from distance and putting some high balls in there, but nothing that has really concerned TUD, so much so that the goalkeeper is well out of the goals here. Played down the line nicely, looking for Cathal McCabe, and he turns to try and go after O'Connor, but O'Connor does well to stay with him and gets the decision. Oh, lovely ball. connected with it really nicely and well taken as well by Pucci from Joseph McLaughlin. Well, this is what I was telling you about. They're a super team when they get going, and they haven't showed us too much so far, but they have now. That's a good one from Dara Kelly from the McQuillans in Ballycastle. That was a lovely score. Went round Ulster to get that score, and it makes it 5-4, and Ulster go into the lead again. Now maybe they'll start the motor. It was well won by Kieran McGill. This is better. They're trying to now play some shorter hurling and play it through the lines and some nice stick work. And this is Joseph McLaughlin talking of good stick work. And he'll get that sideline ball as well. The club, by the way, Oisin McManus used to play for, Leitrim Fontenoy in County Down. But he's very much a St John's man now and was part of that historic win in the Antrim Senior Hurling Championship last year. Here's a chance for McGarrell. And he just pops that one over the bar for a 2-point lead now for Ulster University. Quite happy the ball's down that end so much, because when I turn left, the breeze hits me. And that's cold. That's Derry Mahon with the puck out. And Ulster having a good spell here after I was saying they weren't really getting it together. Now they are getting it together. And that is McGill putting it in there, going for his own score, but drops it into the keeper. No, they've gone back to doing that again. The keeper gets really good length on that out into the middle. And what a catch. Brilliant stuff there by Conor Heary. Kilkenny man holds it up with good strength as well. And Richie Lawler comes to support him. And do they get a score? They don't. That deserves a score. Smith gives it distance as well again, but Owen Keys took that nicely in his left hand. This is Crosby coming deep, playing it nicely into the corner for Hall to chase. And Hall comes back out to Heary, goes for a score, doesn't look good though, and indeed it goes wide. I suppose it's a different kind of game, isn't it, when you have hurling on an Astro pitch? But no choice for the organisers here at DCU with the awful weather we've been having. Grass pitch is unplayable. So we're having 4 games in a row here today. And that one spills away from Joseph McLaughlin, and TUD get it again. They are very sharp. And a nice change of pace here as well. And that's good, strong play from Owen Keys. That's terrific. Now he's got 2 men. He released it as well. Really well to his teammate. That was terrific play by the man from Kilmacud Crokes. Crosby now. And that's they tried to bat that down into the corner, but it took some sort of a deflection there, which means that Gerard Walsh, the captain of Ulster University, is able to get it, and fellow Antrim man O'Connor, but that one goes a-begging. And they are trying to play a bit of a shorter game at times, but as you see there, it's not working, and you can understand maybe the players thinking there's no point in this sort of weather, just let it in, and that's what they're trying to do at times. Now that's gone all the way through along the ground to the full forward Adam Hall. And again, not such a great connection there, but there's a chance here because the centre half forward has it. Richie Lawler leaves the ball behind, and eventually Ulster University get it back to their goalkeeper Smith. Smith spins it down the right hand side, but again always seems to be a TUD man there, unchallenged. Drills it. That's the ball we saw in the first 10 minutes a lot, but not picked up. Must be tricky for the lads out there. It is bitterly cold, and that is played over the line. TUD ball. Man over it is Liam Garrigan from Lucan Sarsfields. And he's going to get it back as well. Diagonal crossfield ball there, trying to get something going there. And the man with the very bright boots has got a nice score as well. And it was the number 5. It was Cian Brown from the Niavana club in Wexford with the score. Yellow boots and those look like bright, or yellow helmet and bright orange boots. And then with the teal on the jersey, he's quite a colourful mixture. Which reminds me, we haven't had a rainbow here yet at DCU, but with the weather we've been having, you wouldn't be too surprised. Cal McCabe. They do play lovely, controlled, precise hurling, TUD. And that is another example. Played in beautifully and took one bouncing straight into the hand of Mostyn. Here's a chance for Crosby. He's pounced and surely he's fouled. He is definitely fouled, and it's a free in. And just as it opened up there, it was Rory McCormick blocking down Mostyn. And then it broke and it looked like they were going to get through. And O'Connor will say that he did what he had to do for the team. And brought his man down. Should still be a score though for TUD. Richie Lawler, Faith Harriers in Wexford, drills it over the bar and makes it a draw game again. So at times the breeze picks up and then it's gone. So maybe I'm making too much of the breeze. It was here all day. This is our 3rd game we've been at today. But it does seem to have died a little bit now. So maybe not so much of a factor. But TUD definitely there again. Very sharp and getting in and winning a lot of ball. And very economical and pacey when they get it, and direct and not hanging around, and playing really nice hurling again. You see, just popping it around very accurately to hand all the time. And look at that, super ball again into the corner from Mostyn, and he takes it. That's a good matchup between him and McCormick, but he gets it on this occasion. And what can McCormick do when the ball is as nice as that for the forward? And that is the lead now for TUD, and the breeze does pick up again. And it's used by the goalkeeper, and he loves to go down to that left corner. Can Ulster get possession? No. TUD have got men back all the time. They know what they're doing. They know the conditions are there. They need to have men back, and they've done that successfully. They've only conceded 6 points against Ulster and no goal chances. And look at the room again here. They sort of draw them in and then ping it up there and say, let's have a one-on-one up there. And there's those two battling for it again. Actually, I think that's Fionn Devlin, the number 3, battling for it, and it is. Gets a decision too. And Jared Walsh is going to come back to take it. Or is he going to leave it for his goalkeeper? He is. He ran back like he was intent on taking it, but then Pierce Smith comes over. Maybe he's got the bigger boss. And he's going to give it everything. He gives some sort of a signal. Maybe he's lining it up. Let's see how far this one goes. It goes over the floodlights. It's that high, and it goes right in around the 13-metre line. But Conor Murphy is there for TUD. They've been very tough and strong and steady at the back. Very reliable there. And there's that ball being pinged around again accurately. And midfielder Garrigan gives it inside. A couple of similar passes there. They're having fun out there, aren't they? Almost showboating. Cal McCabe looking for Mostyn. It's Mostyn against McCormick again. That is a good matchup between those two. Crosby looks for the score and gets it as well. And that was lovely hurling and very controlled hurling. And Ulster couldn't get a glove on them, really. All the way from the back. They're playing the sort of game they want to play at the minute. And they've opened up a 2-point lead for the first time in the game. Now that's well won, though, by Kieran McGill for Ulster. And for once they do get in behind with a bit of an opportunity, and he gets it across, and it's a goal. Niall McGarrell, number 13, from Shane O'Neill's in Antrim with a very nice goal. And just as TUD had come back into it, that was a really nice break. First time they managed to get in behind. That was a nice first time finish by McGarrell. Goalkeeper's injured. Didn't see what happened to him there. Gives me a chance, though, to check on YouTube. What's the crack on there? Is everybody enjoying it? We're up to about 400 devices. So just to let you know as well, later on we have another live stream, and that one will be, sorry, I'm messing around here on my phone trying to work out what's going on. that will be New York. The boys from New York Collegiate, actually, is the correct name, really. So homegrown New York lads over here, as they are every year for this in the Electric Ireland Cornell McLean semi-final. And they will be in that game playing MIC Thurles, and the winners in the final will come up against Edgehill and John Moores, the combination there from Liverpool, who beat Cavan Institute. They were losing at half-time by some 7 points, but they came back to win. I think it was very much about the breeze as well as anything else. Now we're okay to go again. Ball played in low again for the TUD forwards, as it's been many times, and Mostyn has a lot of possession. Goes for his own score, and I think he's got it. Is it over the bar? Yep, we get the white flag. Good score, we're level again. Not long to half time then. I did say Ulster University would want to build up a bit of a lead in the first half. Well, they've not been able to do that. In fact, they needed a goal a minute ago, and that's only has them level. That might be the lead. No, drops into the goalkeeper, and they'll be annoyed with themselves. How many times have they done that? I guess they're trying to use the breeze. They're anxious to use it, but they're sort of falling between two stools at times. And this goalkeeper has got great length on his puck outs, and it's perfect for the forward to be able to run onto it, but it's broken down. And TUD, do you know what? They've played well, and I've been praising them, but they'll be disappointed as well that they haven't got more on the board and maybe had a goal. But certainly, I think they're playing very well. There's another one into the goalkeeper, another wasted effort, really, from Ulster University. I know they came here with high hopes, but they'll need to do better in the second half. This guy's been good, Owen Keys. Really impressed by him. Good strong play by the full forward Adam Hall, but Fionn Devlin gets a good block on it. Comes out to Lawler. Goes for a score that's not going to come in, I don't think. No. As the sun comes out here at DCU, and we are thankful for that. So a 1 point lead for Ulster University. Doesn't even look there. I think that was Walsh, and he just says, ping it in there. Let them go for it. But on the break, it's TUD who sweep it up and get it to Keys again. And Keys, short and accurate to Garrigan. As I say, they have a nice mixture of Dublin and Wexford mainly. And this is Mostyn, but it breaks down. And it's Rory McCormick from the Lochgale Shamrocks club up in North Antrim. There's another ball inviting the forwards once again, and he can't really miss from there, or has he? No, it's just inside the post. Yeah, the ball into the forwards has been really nice, but a lot more room for them than the Ulster University forwards at the other end. So scores level, TUD 10 points, Ulster University 1-7. But again, the ball from Ulster goes straight to Owen Keys, and the other wing back gets it now, and they have Ulster chasing. So I suppose they're drawing in, going for the long ball, and then they're left chasing when TUD play it in behind. Kieran Flynn, the referee from Meath, looks at his watch. Can't be too much longer left in this half, and no big stoppages apart from the goalkeeper for a minute or so after the goal. TUD level, but not for long, because that's gone over the bar, and it was nicely batted down. That was better from the forwards, and it was the big number 12, Shea Pucci, from Ballygalget on the Ard Peninsula in County Down. In the famous green colours. That puck out goes over towards the clubhouse. Ulster with a 1 point lead. And this is their midfielder, Dara Kelly from Ballycastle, looking to make it 2, but again that's dropping into the keeper. They just haven't really found their range a lot of the time. And the keeper has been very busy. He's been presented with a lot of ball, and he's really used it well most of the time. Now he's had to race back to his goal, so Oisin McManus has it. That's nicely laid off, and Joe McLaughlin goes for his score. Gets it as well. 2 point lead for Ulster University. Better in the last minute or so. TUD will not be too disappointed. That was a lovely little dummy there, wasn't it? To trick his man, Owen Keys. He's flying today, on form. So not be too disappointed. They played very well in the first half, and they'll be hopeful of doing better again in the second half, playing with the elements. So they'll say the breeze has died a little bit now, and that is going to be brought back for a free for TUD. Referee gives the go-ahead and checks his watch. 2 in it, and now 1 in it. And that is half-time. And as it's cool, we're going to take a break right on half-time, and we'll be back with the second half when they come out, which, if they're going into the building, will be a good 7 or 8 minutes, I would imagine. Ulster University coming out for the second half then of this Electric Ireland Ryan Cup semi-final. Winners to play in the final tomorrow against MIC Thurles, who beat Setu Waterford earlier by a point in a very exciting finish. And Ulster University here leading by a point at half time. But everything's okay with the world, because I went into the van there and with a heater up on a table, and I was able to put 1 foot up at a time. Took the shoe off and put 1 foot up at a time to get some heat into the feet, which were sort of solid blocks of ice at this point. So I feel a lot better now. I have a better understanding, a heated understanding now, if you know if you follow what I'm trying to say. Ulster University playing from right to left as you look at it, into whatever breeze there is, it picks up at times. Kieran Flynn, the referee, gets us underway then, but it's TUD, I would say, our favourites at this point. Played very well in the second half, or the first half, and they played lovely ball like that. And there's a score to underline the point right away. They were able to play ball in the first half in front of the forwards very accurately. And their forwards were able to pick off scores like that, and it should, in theory, be easier in the second half for them, but it doesn't always follow that way. But they've certainly started well, and they've levelled it. And it was the full forward, wasn't it, Adam Hall? Now, the number 5 for TUD is going over there for some reason. No, he's not. He stopped. And they're going to leave it for, is that Conor Heary? Excuse me. Just over halfway, but shouldn't be a bother for a player like Heary from the O'Loughlin Gales in Kilkenny. It's not Heary, is it? Is it? Oh, maybe actually it's Lawler. But either way, let's see if it goes over the bar. That's the important thing. And yeah, they reach for the flag, and it's the lead for TUD. 2 in a row at the start of the second half. 13 plays 12. And yeah, it was actually number 8. It was Cal McCabe, of course. He takes a freeze. What am I thinking? Cal McCabe from Maynooth. Never mind the Dubs and the Wexford men. It was a Kildare man, and that was a great catch by Cian Brown. Back to the Wexford men. And now Liam Garrigan gives it to Mostyn. Mostyn wants to come in there. Will he take his own score? He's not allowed to. McCormick there has done well on him today. It's been a real great battle between the two of them, and McCormick has got in and around and blocked him at least 3 or 4 times like that. But it looks like it's going to be pressure from left to right in the second half from TUD. Look at that again, lovely ball into the forwards. Just the way they play it now. It's spilled all the way through, but they don't just put it up in the air. They really try to play it through very accurately and to hand as well. So it looks rather ominous for Ulster University at the minute. They're going to have to really dig deep and come up with something in the second half. They're already a point down on the break. They get it though. Dara Kelly. And Dara speeds off. That's good play. He was followed by Brian Dunn from Raheny, and they managed to turn that over and get that decision. Well, it went over the line maybe. They maybe forced him just to go over the line. The referee's not happy with something there. He's maybe going to ask them to take that again, is he? I'm quite sure what the delay is. Is it a substitution maybe? Not quite sure what's going on there. Waiting for another ball to come up from the goals away over to our right. Here it comes. Now Owen Keys will be good to go. Oh, it's intercepted for Ulster University, and they might get a chance here. Although TUD have lots of men back on it, pulling on it there, but only get it as far out as Pucci and now the midfielder McGill. Now let's see what they do here. Oh, there's the Astro pitch effect. The ball on the grass would not have bounced over the line. Sent down the line this time by Owen Pucci. taking it nice and quickly. He's going to go for a score from there, is he? He is, you know. He's just going to hang it up and sure, why not have a go? Now, it's not going to be a score, but it's gone loose from the goalkeeper and they might still get something from it. And they're going to get it all the way back out to Shea Pucci, who started that. And there's a man down, and it's a free in for Ulster University. It looks a bit of pain, but his teammate, Ryan Devlin's gone over, I think, to say, good man, you got us a free there, and we've got a chance, good chance here to level it. Get their first score of the second half. Well, they say no pain, no gain. Joseph McLaughlin goes over as well. I think it's Oshie McManus who's down, isn't it? Just checking everything's okay on the live chat there and on the YouTube channel for this game. And it is. We're well over the 400 mark now with devices on it. And it'll be interesting to see what we get in the game right after this in the football. Electric Ireland Corner McLean semi-final. New York playing against MIC Thurles, and 5-hour time difference. So what is it now? It's nearly 4 o'clock. So 11 in the morning out in New York. So we're hoping for a good audience from the Big Apple. And McManus is still down. That's not good. Right, he's up and running now. That's a good sign. But going to the sideline, is he? Or he's just trying to get a bit of a stretch, is he? Yeah, he's having to go off the field for a second or two. But yeah, he seems okay. And meantime, is this going to be an equaliser? Oh, he's drilled it inside the post. Nicely, Joseph McLaughlin. And we are level again. 110 plays 13. Breeze picks up just in time for the goalkeeper, Derry Mahan, to give it everything and put it up into the forwards, and it bounced kindly in front of Mostyn. And Mostyn gives it to player on the run is Heary. And it looks so easy at times, doesn't it? And when they knit it together, they go back in front. As the sun comes out brightly, and not quite just on us where we are here, but on the pitch, on the players. 14 plays 113 then, and now the sun will be in the eyes of the players receiving this. Swept up by Brown. But Ulster University will get it now through, is that Joseph McLaughlin back there? Don't think it is actually, but whoever it is, they've swept it up and they're looking to try and bring McManus into it, but they don't manage to. As I said, it is difficult with the conditions. It is Joseph McLaughlin. He goes for that one as well, and he just maybe does enough. It goes to the right and wide. Joe wearing 10 and the blue helmet from the famous Cushendall club. Now again, the sun on the eyes, very difficult to take that, and Pucci unable to take it. Not complaining about the sun at all, but it just makes it difficult at times for the players. Oh, a brilliant run right through the middle. He's still going. That's brilliant play by Crosby. The threat is on. Is he going for goal? Well, he drills it towards the crossbar and it just goes over it. It's a point though, and it's a 2-point lead for TUD. It's one of those games that might be just a slow burner. Might just come down to the last 10 minutes. I remember last year Ulster University had a cracking game in the semi-finals as well, and it was kind of like this kind of score, and it was not many goals, but lots of good points in the game. There was a Dara O'Leary playing Watergrass Hill man, smashing player for the Garda College. Cork player, of course. Some great players and skills at this level, and you've seen that here today. It has a good quality standard of hurling. And that's gone all the way through, and Brian Dunn is going to sweep it up. And again, I think it's the sun being a factor again. The forward tried to take it, but the sun very strong into the eyes of the forwards there as they're trying to take it. And TUD able to get it. There's their fullback Shockman. And he's still going. And plays it. Lovely, accurate ball again into the forwards. How many times have they played a ball in? It has bounced in front of the forward and made it really easy for him. Now that looked like McCabe was going to get through there, but it just broke down at the last minute. This feels like an important stage in the game. 2 points in it, but Ulster University just one score in the second half, and TUD threatening, but Ulster University on the break now might get a score here. Is that the number 9 McGill they put in there to the full forward line? It looks like it, but TUD get men back, and it's the cornerback Owen O'Riordan from the Niamh Olafs club. They're sort of on top, TUD, but they haven't got a significant lead. And it's a game with very few goal chances, so it's really point for point. So after the weather we've had, we can't be complaining about this at all. I'm just looking at the tricolour actually over in the car park area, over in the corner of this venue, and it's fluttering quite violently, so there is a strong breeze, and it looks like it's going across the field. That might explain why most of the play is over the far side from us, and going definitely in the advantage of TUD in this game. So tough for Ulster University when they try to receive the ball from the keeper, the sun's in their eyes, and then when they get it, they're playing into the breeze. The elements against them. This is Oisin McManus, though, who is an expert free taker, but this is a big ask. Way out on the right, and into that breeze directly, but he struck it well, and this looks like it might go over, and well, I told you he's an expert, and that's a super score from Oisin McManus just when they needed it to bring it back to a 1 point game. Mahan's puck out. Well directed and well taken, but again, it's McCormick doing so well on his man there. He really is a sticky marker, and he's always got in and around. If he hasn't got the ball the first time, he gets in with a block the second time. Cian Brown coming up to take this one then. He points, and maybe that might be a trick. No, it's not. He does put it where he said, but it's gone all the way through, and that will be a wide. So a strange stage of the game here. Could go either way, but TUD playing into the sun behind the goals on that side, and that looks like it's going right, and it is. Well, they started the game in the second half very brightly, but they've sort of lost it a little bit in the last 5 minutes or so, and Ulster now going to throw on a sub as well. Another yellow helmet. And he introduces himself to his marker 2-3 times. They have a little get together there. Number 17 it is, and he's still shouldering into Owen O'Riordan, and he shouldering back. Trying to find the Ulster University team, but at this stage that page of my programme has disappeared. The programme has been battered the last couple of days, to be fair, with the rain and whatever. And that is a wide, or is it a 65? It is a 65. Yeah, where did that page go? Let me find that for you. Ah, there we go. Right, so 17 is Michael Fury from Shane O'Neill's in Antrim, but hold on. Then again, they did give me a new list of numbers, so it might not be him at all now I think about it. So let me check with that list. 17 is indeed... Is that Noah Rogers? I'm reading some handwriting there. Let me just check. And while I'm doing that, they changed the ball out there. So let me see. Yeah, Noah Rogers from Portaferry, County Down. He's in the programme as 29, but he's 17. So Rogers is out there now. That's a good strike. That could be the equaliser. Is it on target? It's not. He struck it well. Had plenty of height, but not the direction. Goalkeeper immediately sends it back in the same direction with interest. And on the break, it's an Ulster ball. You see the trees over there on that far side moving around quite a lot. That's the sign of the breeze as well. Maybe we're a little bit protected from it over here, and it's more of an impact out on the pitch. That's well taken. TUD with a chance to break through the lines here, and that's good play by their midfielder, Cal McCabe. But he sends it into the goalkeeper, and they have been struck with the same malaise as Ulster University had in the first half, playing a lot of ball into the goalkeeper. And yet, it wasn't the way they were playing earlier, TUD. Now, there's a lot of room here because McCabe is free in the middle and they found him. At least a point on here, and he goes for his point, and he wasn't going to miss from there. And that takes them out again to a 2-point lead, 16-111. A lot of instructions coming from the sideline here from TUD. They have the lead, but as I say, it's not a comfortable one. Good height and distance from the goalkeeper there, Pierce Smith, into that breeze. It's all about the break though. TUD get it, and the runner is Liam Garrigan from Lucan Sarsfields, and he's going on his left side. This could be 2 in a minute from the midfield. And it is, both very similar scores, and that takes them out to, I think, the biggest lead they've had in the game so far. It's a 3-point lead for TUD. 17 plays 111. Goalkeeper changes direction. Oh, it's beautifully taken as well, and that was a down man to a down man. Pucci from Ballygalget received it from Pierce from Portaferry. But TUD get it back to their goalkeeper, who spins away and just gets it over the reach of McGill, who's definitely in the full forward area now. Another nice low inviting ball into the forwards, and it's Adam Hall. He's looking to get it to Heary. Instead, it comes over as far as Mostyn, and Mostyn should score from there, and has it's Liam Mostyn from the Falls Club in Dublin. And TUD now stretching clear. That's a 4-point lead they've opened up now, and in the second half, I think Ulster have only scored twice, 2 points. Full back in there again, Shockman doing well, and number 20 is Brian Dunn, sweeping up for TUD. And on the run off the shoulder as such, O'Riordan, and delivers. Low again, looking for Mostyn, and Mostyn turns his man. Could be another one here. Hands it to Crosby. Crosby should score, but he actually doesn't. The referee punishes that little move. Free out for Ulster, and that's a bit of a let-off there because he looked destined to score. Goalkeeper comes out. Smith. High. Over towards the far side. As I say, most of the play's been over that side in the game, but TUD win it again. They've won a lot of the individual battles, and their defence has been very good, and Keys in particular. Over to Shockman, over to Brown. I love the way they moved the ball about so accurately there. Right across the half-back line, 3 of them, and every ball was good, and they get the reward with a fine score at the end of it. Cian Brown and Keys on the 2 wing-back positions have been terrific today, and they now open up a 5-point lead for the first time in the game with some very fine hurling. And they look to be on the way to the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup final against MIC Thurles. And that one comes all the way through, does it? No. Ulster is, I think that's the number 8, Cathal McCabe, doing well in there. And he does. The pressure is on. Joseph McLaughlin under pressure, but he does well. Well, I thought he did well, but the referee seems to have punished him. And there's a man down in the middle of the field off the ball completely. And it's Richie Lawler from TUD. Whatever happened there. And Joseph McLaughlin was surrounded by TUD men on the line and TUD men on the pitch as well, but he still got the ball away. And I'm not quite sure what the decision was after all of that. Now, after all that, let's see what happens. Just trying to check if the as well on the game earlier. Yeah, MIC Thurles beat Setu Carlo Not Setu Waterford, I might have said earlier, Setu Carlow. Might have got confused because the winner was from a Carlow man. For MIC Thurles, Colin Kavanagh. So they in the final. And it is a TUD ball, but it's definitely now an Ulster ball. Jared Walsh comes over to take this one. Captain. And he knows they need something a bit special now to rescue this situation. And that's a bit special. That was a really good sideline. Pucci comes out to meet it. To McManus. And they've a lot of great players out there, but they really will say themselves they really haven't turned it on today. Maybe they haven't been allowed to, and the conditions are tricky as well. But and they've given that away to UD, just me complimenting them there, and they've given it away. And there's a sub who's on and across his goal chance here. Oh, the keeper had to be lively there, and he see it, that I think with his legs. That was a good chance, and it was the two subs who came in who nearly got that, and it was 17 and 18. I didn't even see 18 coming onto the field, and maybe TUD didn't either, because they got through and nearly got a goal there, and that would have livened things up a bit. Number 18 is Conal Shannon. 17, as I told you, Noah Rogers. Well, that really would have made it interesting and brought it back to a 2-point game, but there's still a chance here for Oisin McManus from the 65. Put one over about 5 minutes ago, and he's drilled out. He's got great height and that, and good direction as well, and that's 2 in a row from McManus. Very, very welcome indeed for Ulster University to get it back to a 4-point game. But they're only really getting the points from frees. They had that goal chance there, and they just need something else from play, don't they? 24 is on for Ulster University now as well, and they've taken off Joseph McLaughlin. No, they haven't. Didn't think they were, but he was walking that way, and now he's just changed direction. And that would have surprised me, all right. And try to see who did go off. Not sure who it is. Now it is a blue helmet as well, but it's not Joseph. Anyway, 24 is on, and that's Padraig McKillop for Ulster. McCormick has been so good in defence, but that has sort of ricocheted out here, and there's a chance for TUD to get through. They don't. Instead, Smith, the goalkeeper, deals with it, gets it out to McCormick. And off they go, Ulster, trying to stay in this competition. They would dearly love to get to the final. There is Joseph McLaughlin playing an interesting ball across, and he was looking for the sub who came on, but it was easily taken indeed. And it is Conor Heary with a chance, and he's just going to keep popping over the points, isn't he? Although, no, that's just gone to the left. He's just missed that. Well, it's a couple of chances they have had, and they've been a little bit wasteful themselves. This is Ben McGarry from Lockheed Shamrocks to Fionn Devlin, Tyrone man. Oh, and they've given it away again to Cian Brown. And the balls into the forwards just haven't been good enough from Ulster University. And this is going over the bar from Adam Hall to punish them. To Mivara and Tipperary scores to make it 20 points to 112 and restores a 5-point lead. Sub coming on for TUD is number 24. That will be Cody Graham from Ballantyre St John's, BSJ in Dublin. Comes on for Joe Kavanagh from Na Fianna. And he's looking relatively happy with himself, and they should be. They're leading by 5. No great obvious apparent threat to that at the minute, I have to say, although there was that goal chance a few minutes ago. But on the general play here, TUD have been the better team, and again a lovely ball into the forwards to Mostyn. He cannot complain at all today about the supply that he has had, and then the finish comes in from Adam Hall. 2 in a row from Hall. They stretch the lead out again, and they look to be on the home straight here in the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup semi-finals. Joseph McLaughlin takes that beautifully. And a nice turn as well when they expected the ball to go back. But again, the ball just goes through the middle, and it was looking like it was easy for TUD until I think it was Pucci maybe got something on that. And there's a score at the end of it. And that's better. but there's not much design about their attack and play. They've put 3 or 4 in the last 5 minutes or so, just up the middle at a good height for TUD. And they're living on scraps at the minute. Now here's a direct route 1 ball all the way down to the full forwards from the goalkeeper Mahan. And TUD, oh, there's a chance here. They are in behind it. It's a full forward. Hall, he got a sort of couple of points in the last few minutes. Nearly a goal, but a brilliant save by the down goalkeeper, Pierce Smith from Portaferry. But TUD might not be denied. They get a free out of it. And in fact, they get the score out of it, and the referee allows that. Another sub coming on for Ulster University. They're throwing everything at this, but they're now a long way behind, 113. They've only scored, I think, 4 points in the second half. And remember, it was level, or was there no 1 point to Ulster at half time, but TUD have tagged on a lot in the second half. And they lead 22-16. They've now thrown in Ulster University 27. That's Fergal McManus into the play. And he looks like the sort of guy they're throwing in there, and they're going to put a few balls in to see if he can maybe get a goal, because it's getting to that stage now. A nice message coming in from Adon. Thank you very much for that. And she says, Fionn Devlin, as I've been calling him, is actually Finn. He's a cousin of Conal Devlin, who played for Liverpool an hour ago in the Cormac Lane. That's nice to know. Thank you for that. Yeah, he got a goal in that game in the football. And he's also a cousin of Ryan, who's at number 4. So it's Finn, even though it's spelled F-I-O-N-N. I always thought that was Fionn. But it's Finn. Maybe different pronunciation in the north. TUD get it. Again. Oh, it breaks down. And that's one of the subs I was telling you about, who came in a few minutes ago. He's been bright and breezy, trying to get things going, and links it together and gets it to Adon McGarry. This is O'Shea McManus well out the field, and he plays one in looking for Joseph McLaughlin. It takes a deflection and could go anywhere. It's that stage for Ulster University. They're just trying to put balls in there and hope for the best, but didn't work out. And TUD deal with it efficiently again, as they have done for most of the game. The 18 was Conal Shannon, of course. So it's one of those games that's never really come to life, and doesn't have to from a TUD point of view. But for Ulster, O'Shea McManus going deep now to get ball and trying to feed it into the forwards, but brilliantly taken back there again. And he's fouled, yeah. And it was a number 7, again, Owen Keys. I think he'd be my man of the match on his performance today. Terrific game. The man from across the city here, the Southsiders, Kilmacud Crooks. Ulster throwing in another sub, taken off McGarrell, and this time they've thrown in, is that 20? Michael Rice. So Ulster certainly throwing on as many subs as they can to try and make something happen. And they will be disappointed. I know they had high hopes this year and a good panel of players, but just hasn't really happened for them today. But TUD have been very good. 17 is in for them, by the way. Dennis McSweeney from St Oliver Plunkett's in Dublin. Now, what's the referee doing? He's come way down the field. And here it comes. He's just giving himself a good position. He knows where this ball is going. And so do all the forwards. And the defenders, where is it going? It's Ulster University. And it's blocked by Conor Heary, I think. And they're going to keep this one in. And from a really difficult angle, he puts it just wide. So 22 points to 113. And TUD have just pulled away. Not with the greatest of ease, but with some ease. Now number 15 is coming on for TUD, and that will be Conor Doyle from Windgap in Kilkenny. Six points in it, so barring a miraculous finish to this game, TUD will go through to the final to play MIC Thurles tomorrow. In fact, they might stretch the lead the way things are going, and that has filtered all the way through to the man who's just come on, Doyle. Connor Doyle does well to keep possession and give it on a plate to Hall, and Hall tags over another score for him. And he's been very accurate today and nearly got a goal as well, remember? Now, I said that was a point, but I presumed it was a point, and I looked down at the last second, and the scoreboard in the ground still has it 22, so holding that one. I might have been wrong on that one. Apologies if I am. Still says 22, so he must have put that wide. I took that down that he wouldn't have missed from there, but maybe he did. And I don't have a monitor at the moment, I'm afraid, so I can't verify that one for you, but definitely the scoreboard says 22, so we'll go with that. 22 points to 113. Chance here at the other end for Ulster University after getting off the hook at one end, trying to get a goal at the other end to keep this interesting. Well, they'll get a free, and they're bringing up Jared Walsh, the captain, striding purposely forward. I think he's going to say, let me have a go at this one to see if I can rasper one to the top of the net, maybe. Number 18 getting ready to come in. Finbar Wardick from St Jude's for TUD. Here comes Jared Walsh, the Rossa man, the captain. He's going to give it everything low. And where's it gone? I don't see the ball. It must have gone wide, is it? Is it a 65? Yeah, it is. And now the sub will come on that I was telling you about. That's Wardick. Finbar from St Jude's. Now the goalkeeper's coming up for Ulster University. He's going to take this one. So this is going to go in and around the house, you would imagine. So it's last chance really for Ulster University. 6 down. They need 2 goals. They'll go for one here. He puts it in and around there, looking for someone to pull on it. Nearly, but asking a little bit too much. And TUD clear their lines. They've done really well today, TUD. Very, very impressive, but it's all hands to the pump. 14 players now behind the ball. They're defending what they have in there, and it might be pulled to the net. Pucci was in there, and I thought it was going to lift the net, but it didn't. And once again, TUD have stood firm in there. That's going to be another 65. Goalkeeper Smith will try again. The last one was accurate and nearly got a touch on it, but the TUD man got it. They've got everybody in there. Almost everybody in there. There's a nice flick on it, and it nearly ended up in the net, but saved. And TUD will not be denied at all today. They have been very impressive, and they are going to deserve this win, to be fair. And that's Hall turning and putting it down, but there's absolutely nobody there because they had all the men back. Smith, the goalkeeper, sends a nice ball actually out to Finn Devlin. Thanks, Adon. And they are going to try and get a score here with Oisin McManus, but there's really no way through, is there? They're hoping for a flick and a bit of luck in there. They get it to the corner back now, and he gets a good shot on it, but it's saved by Shockman. Ryan Devlin was up there trying to get it. And is that full time? Or is it a free out? I think it's a free out. But TUD taking everything that has been thrown at them and maintaining their 6-point lead. Maybe, just maybe those last 3 or 4 chances, if they'd been taken and gone over the bar, maybe there'd have been 3 in it, but they had to go for goal, I guess. And it really is shooting in at this stage, and McManus is going to give it back into them. Will one of these end up in the net? Strong challenge in from Shockman, and it's going to break to one of their subs who came in there, 24, Cody Graham. Now on the break here, are they going to get a score and just finish the job? It's Keys. It would be appropriate if he did it because he's had a great game. And it's a wide. So we haven't had a score for quite a while, and that suits TUD. Here comes Pierce Smith again, the goalkeeper, wanting to just launch it into the danger area again and hope that they find a way through, but it's very difficult, especially with the sun and the conditions, and that one driven in again, but all the way through and wide. TUD's management, to give them a mention right at the end: Luke Gaffney, Martin Rabbit, Sean O'Rion, Luke Kelly, John O'Tracy, Joe Hennessy, Enda O'Donnell and Sean Mulholland, all 8 of them. And they'll be delighted with the performance here today. Really fine group of hurlers, and it's full time, and that sends TU Dublin into the final of the Electric Ireland Ryan Cup against MIC Thurles on Saturday at midday after a comprehensive win here today, it has to be said. And they played really nice hurling all the way through, deserved to win. They were 1 point down at half time, but pulled away in the second to win by 6. So it's victory for TU Dublin over Ulster University here at DCU in the sunshine, and it's they who go forward. We have one more stream today, and it is New York involved in that one in the football. So join us for that one shortly.